Asia final stage qualifiers as Innovation faces up against Sun. We'll jump into game number 2.
Derelict Watcher Tournament Edition.
Is indeed down at the bottom left hand side as our Terran player taking game number 1 with just some solid kind of play. I don't really think there was anything too crazy that went on that game, but we'll see how it goes here in game number 2 on Derelict Watcher. It is Innovation.
And this fella in the top right is in the red. He's going to be looking to pull it back in this game. He's currently teamless. He's Protoss and his name is Sam. So Duckville, how does this map differ from Whirlwind from the Protoss perspective?
Well, I mean, you've got your third base, which we've sort of spoken about it before. The third base can be a little bit difficult to take at times, but I mean, I think that if you can set up the same kind of space, it's a little bit like Belshire in a way, where if you as long as you're spacing yourself correctly, then you can actually prepare yourself for all kinds of attacks. You just got to be prepared to watch out for those drops up at the top that can come through the backside and into the main base. Quite a lot like Belshire, that there is a lot of space in the main to drop into. You've got all these sorts of areas here that can suffer the wrath of medevac drops, but it's just a map where I think. Like, some people do go for 2-base kind of stuff, but I think you certainly can play out a little bit more of a macro game if you'd rather.
Yeah. So we'll see if San decides to go for that Storm style again, and see if he can control his High Templars a bit better this time. Doesn't want to get them picked off. And we'll see if Innovation wants to break out the SCV pull that he was doing a lot at DreamHack. Very popular with Terrans right now. Going for the CC first on the low ground, so very, very greedy from Innovation here. There's going to be no scout from Sam, so probably just going to go for an expansion himself at the same time after he does get this cybernetics core down.
Yeah, this is this CC first is something that does come up a little bit every now and then, and it's something where as a Protoss player you normally will be scouting out a little bit later. Like, sometimes Protoss won't even scout until the Nexus goes down. You want to be trying to make sure that you're keeping as much of that mineral income going as possible so that you can get your natural started and you can keep up with the Terran economy as they do drop down their mules, which increases it all for them. But a lot of the time you'll come across and you'll see the CC is either in construction or just about done already, or possibly even done, and it's kind of like, wow, okay, I've got a little bit of an interesting time ahead of me. So you sort of have to make the correct decision as how to maneuver from there. So we'll see what San's going to do. But for Innovation, of course, 2 racks come up quickly after the CC goes down, and all is looking relatively normal for the moment. So, this kind of play can lead into all sorts of things. You can have, you can go into your standard kind of play with your bio and your medevacs and your drops and those kinds of things, leading into Ghosts and Vikings, depending on the situation. Or it can just be a very simple kind of a 2-base play where you try and make that 2-base SCV pull and the Marines and Marauders just a lot stronger, because it can hit faster because your economy has been boosted up so fast.
Well, since he hasn't picked up the gas yet, we might see another CC coming down from Innovation real soon. Still only on 2 racks as well. I think if he didn't want to go for the third CC, he would have picked up the racks right now, since he probably want to get those upgrades going. And now he sends out the SCV to get that third command center. So super greedy from Innovation. We've seen this style quite a lot recently in PvT, just playing gasless for a long time, relying on those Marines to defend against the all-ins. You need a lot of bunkers if they do go for a 2-base all-in, and it looks like San actually going for a fast Twilight Cancel here. So will he go for the DTs? He doesn't have that much gas, so it might just be a blink play here. What do you think, Duckville?
There is the option. There's both options. Like, you don't necessarily have to have the extra gases down at the natural to make DTs work, and I think it is going to be blink though. So yeah, there it is. Get started with the blink. So this is going to be really interesting to see how this plays out, because of course Innovation is going to spend a lot of his time getting his economy into a really nice shape, because of course he's looking for, he's looking forwards. He's looking for like the 15, sort of onwards of the 15-minute mark, whereas San, all he's going to do is set up some stalkers, get some blink rolling out. Of course we've got Chrono Boost going down on here as well, which just accentuates how fast this blink is going to be. And with that probe out to set up a couple of pylons, things are going to get very hectic very soon. So for Innovation, we've got to see him identify what's coming, be prepared with a couple of extra bunkers inside the main base as well. And it looks as if for the moment he does have a couple of Marines in there, but he will need to get cracking with a couple of extra bunkers soon if he can identify that this is coming.
Yes, Hara1 in chat. The pig game is over. He put up an amazing fight, but unfortunately he lost 0-2. Lost to 11 in the first game, and then had a sick macro game, like 20-30 minutes game in the second game, and it was a really good game, but Innovation was just really strong and managed to take it down. So let's have a look at this game right here. We've got San going up with a lot of gates. This is going to be a heavy blink attack coming from San. Now, how many gates has he got up here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
5 gates. And he's going to be able to jump up into the main.
Sorry.
Stim's not going to be ready
do it.
for Innovation by the time this attack comes, and as you can see, he's throwing down a lot of bunkers to get ready for this.
Yeah, this is a really good response to this. You do need to get a couple of Marauders out. Of course, Stim is really important here, but the big thing is if he can get those bunkers up. If they go up, then things look pretty good for Innovation. But I mean, San is going to have the amazing production. So many of these SCVs are getting taken down. The Stalker's doing a wonderful job. A little bit, wow, that blink. I did not even think he was going to get those out in time, but he is doing an excellent job blinking out of there with those damaged Stalkers, and now he can pressure the front because all the units have now come up to the top in the main base. So these bunkers at the front have been exposed. We'll see if Innovation is able to get there in time. Blink away. So this is just going to continue this game of cat and mouse where San is going to come up the front and he's going to pressure this, but then he's also going to come back to the main base as well and pressure both sides. So it is looking reasonably good. Like I kind of feel like if San can maneuver this properly, he's okay. But now that the bunkers are up in the main, there's extra Marauders now out, things are going to get a little bit more difficult.
We'll see. There is a lot of Stalkers here, and he's starting to work on that bunker now. There goes the repair. Can he repair it enough, or is he going to go down? It goes down, and he moves into the next bunker. Can he take that one down as well? He's moving forward with these Stalkers. Great. Blink micro there. GG from Innovation. He just doesn't have enough. Too many Stalkers for San. He takes in. It's now 1-1.